Hello, everybody. Levi will be on shortly, so I'm going to be your host and entertainment until then. We got some cameo videos to do. We got some other videos we've written up, some sketches we've written that we want to do. A lot of fun stuff we got planned for today. We got a lot of time this afternoon to get stuff done. Hey, Ian, how's it going? Just pretty excited about today. Good evening, Stephen. Good afternoon, Michael Ranger. Hope everyone's doing great. The 3 videos we've got today, 2 of them Levi's doing. Levi's doing Mrs. Frizzle at the Battle of Hogwarts, and we're I think he's almost done with that one. And then the other one he's going to do is Predators hunt Samus Aran during the events of Metroid Fusion. And then I'll be doing the one we're doing is going to be Morrigan Ainsland from Darkstalkers, and Chun-Li versus M. Bison. So the original request was a little bit outside of the range of what we'll do. The original request was to have Morrigan and Chun-Li start dating, have heroes concerned there's mind control going on because Morrigan is a succubus, and then have the villains have a tough time with them both, which is kind of generic and confusing. Slayer, if you want to throw a Discord post that we're live, please go ahead and do it. That'd be great. So I commented and I said, hey, this is we typically avoid relationship and drama stuff. But we could do the second half. What if Chun-Li shows up with Morrigan in tow to fight M. Bison? And they were like, that works perfectly. So that's going to be the video, is Chun-Li shows up to fight M. Bison, but there's somebody with her. And that is somebody he's having a hard time with, and that's why he loses. So I'll be doing that one today. We've also got a couple sketches that we've written that he and I need to get. Let me find those real quick. We've got the Stitch steals a Sword of Power and my foam dark master sword should be here today. So maybe it shows up during the live and we can film that today. If not, we can do that tomorrow or a little bit later in the week. And then let me turn my light up on this side a little bit. There we go. And then if not, we have got, I gotta find the script. Sorry, everybody. 1 second here. Is the Predator versus Spider-Man one, where it goes back and forth, John and Levi, because it's the Predators fighting Spider-Man. When Peter loses it because they go after Aunt May. Levi Markin, awesome. Glad you got your tomatoes in the ground. That is great to hear. Levi said he'd be on shortly, so he'll be on when he gets on. In the meantime, I need to do who here knows anything about the character Morrigan from Darkstalkers. I don't know a ton. What was that? And I need to learn more about this character, and get an idea of how she would compare with M. Bison and the characters from Street Fighter. So I'm doing some work right now. Okay, yeah, that's why I thought Morrigan, she's got the wings coming off her waist and also wings coming out of the back of her head. So she's like a very interesting design. Hey, Sandy Bateson, how's it going? Hope you're doing great. Hope Alaska is treating you well. Levi, there's still frost risk in early June? That's wild. To me, at least. Kakashi enters the Street Fighter tournament. Steven, Steven, that one's going to have to happen also. Oh. Hey, Arnold Dumb, how's it going? Sandy, appreciate you stopping in. Thank you. Stitch's diversion of domain expansion. Zero entering. Zero. Ian, which character is Zero? Thank you, Jonathan Short. Greatly appreciate that. Question for y'all. I've got a new lighting setup here, and I'm trying to get it optimized. There we go. Okay. Is this even lighting across my face? That's what I'm going for. Oh, Zora for One Piece. Okay. I've got because I've always had my light over here, but I've also got some lights here now. But the issue I used to have is, especially when it got darker outside, is I'd be nice and lit over here, and over here you'd see really strong shadows from the light above shining down onto my glasses, and I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of that. I'm drinking this coffee way too fast. I'm gonna get the jitters. Okay, let me get back in here. I was doing some digging on Morgan. Zeno, you're totally good. You're all good. And anytime that you need to, anytime you need to take it. It's all good. All good. So I'm concerned that my internet might be having issues. Can everyone here see me and hear me? Because I'm having a couple different things that are not triggering over here. Okay, so you all can see me and hear me, and there's no lag or anything. All right, then it's just, I don't know why this is going on. What is going on over here? I mean, YouTube loaded just fine. That's one of the most. Okay, hold on. I'm checking something. I got to run a speed test real quick. See what's going on. Bite Man to Bitey Man? We could look into it. Oh, we have a Wild Levi appears. He's super effective.
So I've got something to show everyone. I'm going to steal the stream for a hot second. One, to say, hey, hi, howdy, how you guys doing? I'm sorry I didn't show up for breakfast stream. Had a rough night. That happens. You guys know that. But something showed up today, and it is listed on the Cosmic Kitties website right now. And they're nice and firm, but if you smack them hard enough, they can jiggle because the whole thing jiggles. I'm so sorry. I love it so much. There's a oh shit, did I put 7 of them on there? No one buy any quite yet. Hold on, I don't actually have
Levi Markin, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that.
What happened? I'm not looking at chat right now.
His EBT cash assistance didn't show up today.
Ah shit, no, that's
Darren Edward Griffin, how you doing? Deadpool puts on the oh my god. Why would you do that? Deadpool puts on the mask. That's like
would anything change?
Yes, that would be that's like the Deadpool version of our Replicable Dramorphs. Maybe worse. I don't drink coffee often, but when I do, I get the jitters. I'm choosing to do that today. That call is so easy. No, if his mask is green, it can't be Deadpool. Deadpool's mask is. Oh no.
Hold on.
You all right?
I cannot hear that. Give me a second here. So Jossum's Goofy could use a bit of work.
Did you hear Popo's?
Not yet. I don't have his.
Well, I need to send that to you.
And let's take a look.
Let me find it.
Let me listen to his Venom.
Well, I didn't mean to eat that guy.
Okay, I just sent you.
He's trying to sound less like Venom and more like Goofy, because he like that. That's a downside for everyone here. That's the downside of forgetting to, I guess, give clear instructions. I'm hoping Popo just gave a Goofy and a regular Venom.
I didn't get a Venom from him yet. I need to ask him for that.
Yeah, no, fucking hell. Popo's Goofy is spot on.
I know. That's with him. It's one of two things. No matter what voice it is, either holy crap, that's spot on, or close.
And with Jossum, he's the nice middle ground where like you can get a good take, you can get a bad take, but also he's like actively growing.
Yep. But hardly ever do you get a voice from Popo where you go, no, that's not it at all.
That's true. Same thing with Jossum. Everyone that we've worked with that's actually doing professional voice work seems to have been that way.
Yeah.
And for everyone here, it's what I mean is like the difference between professional, somebody who's actively doing it continuously, and somebody who's doing it for fun is often the amount of time that you're putting in to do it. When you're doing it professionally, you're usually doing it a shit ton. And that comes into play. All right. So real quick, I fixed it. You guys can go order these now. Shipping's a bit expensive. This is a bit expensive. I have some notes on there for you guys, but I'll read them for just your guys' sake while you're here. So they're currently $25 with $8 shipping if you get them by themselves. There's a reason for that. I am not 100% sure how much the materials and everything is going to cost to ship these. And the only way I realistically find out is either take a massive hit on shipping and just ship it at the bare minimum cost that I ship most of my stuff. Or I try to calculate based on weight and everything. That's what I've tried to do. If we find out that it costs cheaper to ship these, the price will go down. So this is first batch test warning. These
Can I
have
say
met.
something real quick?
Yeah,
Don't apologize for it costing what it costs.
true.
Don't apologize and don't try to justify it. It costs what it costs. If someone wants it and they can't afford it, sorry. If they can, great. And if they really want one, they can talk to you and try to work something out.
That is true. This
Now-
is also first batch warning.
I get it. So you might find out that you do have them overpriced by like $10. And if you do, then you can be like, hey, everybody, I know these cost that. If you wanted to get one before, they actually cost less now because I found out that shipping is less, etc. I found a cheaper provider, etc. But don't apologize for them costing what they cost. Everyone knows, who knows you, knows that you are not trying to fleece them.
Levi takes souls as payment.
I'm far more likely to fleece them than you are. I'm just kidding.
Can I read the first test batch warning that I did write out though?
Yeah, do it.
Okay. While these have met quality control, shipping control can only be done by shipping them. I have 2 shipping options in both. I am not sure of the cost. This means the next batch could be cheaper or more expensive. We strive to make all our products affordable and cut costs without cutting quality in both the product and shipping. We also try to be as environmentally conscious as we can. So the shipping costs may rise or lower, but again, we will strive to lower the prices rather than raise them, even if it cuts into our profits a bit.
Don't cut into your profits.
I have my profits set on the high end, and
Okay.
I have a minimum profit margin that I feel comfortable with, and then I have that buffer zone. And then for everyone that knows me, I'm not going to tell you the exact percentage. Steven knows the percentage, but I have a profit zone that I will not cut into, and a profit zone I feel comfortable cutting into if it's necessary.
And dude, does anyone else have this product?
No.
So this is an exclusive. So
Yes.
if you want to say it's where it costs $30, you can say that. And if people have a problem with it, they can either talk to you or not buy it.
That's also true.
The fact that you're not selling it for 30 and you're putting it what you think is a reasonable, fair price, making sure you make money because you don't know what's going to cost in the end, that's a great way to do it. It's totally cool to have that up front. Don't apologize for it. You have no reason to. Hey, Travis Schrader, how's it going?
All right, that looks great. Okay, so I just had to check to see how the homepage looked now with the product shown. I want to show this off. Levi, chat's not on screen, by the way. I will fix that in just 1 second.
That's my fault.
Chris, you're 100% right. I do need to be more comfortable with just like, hey, this is the price. But yeah, look at it. I got it. I love it so much. A random hair on there. I'm trying to make it clean. But look at it. Now I'm not going to keep one of these downstairs. I don't actually need a mouse pad downstairs because I use a trackball mouse. I know it's the curse of trackball mouse.
Do me a favor, when we're talking about a mouse pad that's got a raised butt, don't talk about not needing a mouse pad downstairs. Use a different word, please.
I don't need a mouse pad in my official office. I'll probably have one during the next batch, but so how this is gonna work is that this first batch is gonna pay for the next batch, and then
I just got off work. I can go home and do it, or let me just send you a little voice note through here.
Popo literally responded that quick. Hold on, I'm gonna listen to these here, and then I'll share them with you.
I can hear it.
I'm a Disney character.
Oh, it kind of cut out.
We didn't mean to eat that guy. But yeah.
Okay, hold on, Levi. You got. Okay, the first one I'm sending you is his Venom, and then the second one is his
Disney character.
Goofum.
That's a pretty. That's a pretty. Solid Venom.
The one I just sent you is Goofy and Venom blended.
All right.
Gosh, we didn't mean to eat that guy. But yeah.
So can he do a Venom without the Goofy blended, but using Goofy's line, or is that the Goofum?
So the second one was Goofum. He was trying to do Goofy's voice in the deeper register.
Yeah. So can he do the deeper register with the Goofy line, but without trying to blend the Goofy voice into it? What it sounds like
He's recording on his phone right now, so these are just samples.
Yeah, that's fine. This is a perfect quick sample. What's up? No.
Watch One Piece. Can I use the tablet to watch One Piece?
I didn't mean
Yeah.
to.
No, wait. Did you get your chores done?
Which chores?
The ones I mentioned. You need to get the trash and cardboard taken care of in the living room and in the kitchen. Just go on. You answer me. Get down. Go from there. To answer this question, they're not on the merch store. They're on Cosmic Kitties. So I will make sure I get the. So I will share the website. Technically speaking, Chris, we can put the website back in the merch store now. Things all back up and running, and I have a few of the items, like the lower cost stickers and stuff like that.
Yeah, let me. I thought it was on there still. Hold on.
We took it off because we had to take it off for a while, for a few months, and then even when we got settled and moved in, I still didn't have you put it back in there because I didn't know when I'd had everything back up and running, and things are officially 100% back up and running. They've been up and running for a while, but much better now.
Do you want me to title it Levi's Shop or just Cosmic Kitties?
I can't be Levi. I want to put it Levi's Shop, but it would either be Cosmic Kitties or authorized whatever, something that shows that it's still part of Villain Support. Both. We can't actually label it both. We have to label it a specific thing, but I don't know what to label it that would get people to click over. Like, there is some. Come get the booty. Oh, Debbie, a bunch of you guys wanted these, so I went and made them. And there's a bunch of stuff that Fourth Wall and the printing companies can't do, or if they do them, they do them either in large batches, like we have to have 300 plus orders, or they cost much more than what
Cosmic Kitties is with a K, KOSMIC, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
it's updated.
All right. Levi's side hustle. It's my spouse's side hustle, technically. I like coming up with the products and putting them there and finding ways to make it so that our fans have an alternative shop that they can go to and grab stuff for as low as a price as we can possibly make it. Why no villain member solutions? We have member solutions. There's not a villain member solutions because it's just member. Oh, I get it. Villain member solutions. I get what you mean. So I can make regular mouse pads, but we can sell them on Fourth Wall. And selling them on, because Fourth Wall offers regular mouse pads, it doesn't offer 3D. Right? So it doesn't offer 3D mouse pads. And while I could probably order a bunch and get them and have a lower price one, the thing I can't do is offer that across, the overseas and the entire, Canada and that kind of stuff. Whereas through Fourth Wall, it can go through Canada. And the reason why Cosmic Kitties can't ship to those locations at the moment without it being a custom order. Now, if it's a custom order, we can take custom orders. I keep saying hi. My spouse's shop. I'm helping. We can take a custom order, and we can work on finding a way to ship it. It's just a lot more difficult. Outside of that, we'd have to pay a monthly fee, and there's not enough orders through the website outside of the United States to justify the monthly fee just to be able to ship and have it be like integrated into the system. It's stupid. We have a lot of cat stickers. We have a lot of different things. So yeah. Anyways. You get your hands off my hair. I like my hair. It just started coming back. Probably come all the way back, but I'll accept what I have. So let's get back onto making videos here. I had done a video yesterday.
Look, Samus Miller.
Yeah, of the Samus video. We're gonna give it a watch. I'm gonna get some feedback from Chris. Now, this is the one that I prefer. I did a different one that was much longer. You had the Vegeta, the Vegeta hairline. That's awesome, Levi. All right.
So before you play this, I got lunch with a friend today, and he and I were joking around about what if villains had like an Oscars type event.
Oh, like the Disney thing that they did way back in the day on the channels where they were like best villain and stuff like that.
Kind of, yeah. But it'd be funny. He was joking around about the infamous Will Smith slap, and if someone on stage made fun of Bulma, and Vegeta did the "get my wife's name out your goddamn mouth" and just fucking killed them.
All right. I think that's a great idea. Especially because, we could do stuff that is more accurate versus like the Disney kid friendly version that they did.
Right.
Which was, by the way, still awesome that they animated all that. That was still cool.
Yeah.
Saturday morning cartoons was awesome back growing up.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm going to press play.
Look, Samus, no one likes the fact that Twitter changed its name to X, but calling it a parasite is going a little bit far. Oh, like an actual parasite named X. Oh, I am so sorry. You lost your suit. That's probably going to make things a little bit more interesting for sure. But what now? Well, what do the new aliens look like? Of course. Yeah, the mandibles and ugly kind of gave it away. Actually, they're called the Yautja, and they have rocket-mounted like lasers and plasma guns and all kinds of tech on them. They can turn invisible. Yeah, that's some upgrades for you. Oh, I don't even want to know what you did. Sound alone is going to haunt me. They dropped an orb. Yeah, game universe, sure, why not? And you've got their plasma cannon. Well, I suppose that's one way to gear up. How many more are there? I almost feel sorry for them.
So I don't think it's bad. I think the biggest issue we have here is trying to establish it in the specific universe. It's one of the things that I talked about during the last live is like one of the hard parts is like if we need to say a specific character, we try not to be too specific. Specifics are good. Getting too specific then can ruin a sketch, right?
So Metroid Fusion, Chris' question is just Samus has the ability to pull other things into her suit.
I wish that was the case. Like the whole lore is like hence the reason why I said the parasite took over her original suit. There's a freaking evil version of her that's made of the parasite, and she has to basically defeat that, get her suit back piece by piece, so on and so forth, right? It was such a deep lore bit in order to make sure people understood which version, because that's like the only like that one, and then there was a 2015 or something like that, 23, I don't know, 15 years later, number 2 that was made, and I was like, this is fucking crazy. And apparently there's not just one clone of Samus, there's SA-X, which is the parasite, and then there's an actual Dark Samus, and I was like, this is overcomplicated just to freaking figure out how to do this and drop this lore bit so that you understand where it is. And it's either A, I just write it out as a blurb and then do a basic Samus versus the Predators, which is not what the request was.
Nope. And so I'm already seeing what the issue with the sketch is we're in the beginning, which is arguably the most important part of the sketch to grab attention. We're kind of dancing around what's going on, and it's a little bit confusing.
It is because I have to do a lore drop.
Right. No, you don't, but I see why. I understand why you did, but you have to be super familiar with Samus and Metroid to understand the X reference.
Which is why I said it the way I did, because I needed to have some type of joke that led into the lore of me going, oh, you mean it's a parasite? But here's the tiny bit of lore with the joke thrown in. Oh, the Predators are not gonna, which again would have been great if I had reacted in that moment, but still, it's a really harsh.
Did you improvise this, or was it sketched out?
Improvised.
Okay.
I did a couple different improvised versions. I sat here trying to figure out like, and the better version, if I'm going to be perfectly honest.
Get my computer turned on. I'll send them to you proper. I didn't realize the audio was so distorted on those.
Yeah. Okay. He's gonna send everything from his microphone at home.
Okay. So when I was thinking about it, I was like, the funnier version would be the Predators. And I sat, if it was taken for the Predators, because you could have a much stronger game. But as I sat there thinking about the game, and I was like, this would be better if it was Chris. I'm sitting there thinking about the game and how it would play out. And I'm like, this is one of those where John taking the Predator side of the call would be specifically funnier than Levi taking it, even if because it's either A, I act exactly like John would, do John's lines, which is not a problem. I can do that. It's very out of character. Or I talk to Samus and do Samus side of it. We could also do an alternate take where both of us are in it. And if both of us are in it, it does open up the door a little bit. But ultimately, a super quick and fun, easy version would be talking to the Predators, you going through the same process or me going through the same process of how we would find out. But that process is very ingrained into your character.
Right.
And so I was sitting there and I was like, this would be funny this way. And it's not that we haven't done me talking to the Predators and doing that. The issue comes into the fact of every time I've done that, like half the comments, because for those who don't know the way the algorithm works, it usually pushes to our fans. Half the comments from our fans at the first part is like, why is Levi taking this call? This doesn't feel as funny. It's
Mhm.
and it's a valid feedback that I've taken to heart, that I'm like, I can do villain calls. I can't do them the same way that John does them because it doesn't feel right to the audience, who it's going to be the audience that pushes it out and says, I like this. Let's get other people to watch it. So the videos never take off nearly as well as the guy in Villains Court doing it. So I'm just like, I want to do this. I know Metroid. It took me a little bit to read up on Metroid Fusion because I don't really remember playing it much. And I didn't know they had a second game come out. And reading up on the lore and everything, because I'll be honest, I don't think I ever paid attention to the lore of that game. I just played the game. I was like, ooh, just fight and grab their armor and shit. It becomes more difficult. And if we do just the Predators versus Samus, that's not honoring the cameo.
Right.
And echoing on and off, I don't know why I am. The only thing I can think of is the fact I have the gain turned up, and I will peak too high and probably land in the area where you can hear it through Chris's, and then Chris is causing the echo.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it would be echoing.
The request was specifically the Predators hunt Samus, their last name, Samus, during the events of Metroid Fusion,
Mhm.
which is part of it. Now, the other thing that I could have done is I could have reached out to Chris and been like, hey, can you ask them if it can just be Predators versus Samus? That's a lot easier. It's less specific, so we can have more fun with it. If we're doing specific, we have to find a way to be like, hey, this is what's going on. And on the Predator side, it's super easy. It's a fighting the parasite. Chris getting told that, like, oh, you're fighting Samus. Finding out that they're not fighting Samus, they're fighting the parasitic version of Samus. And Samus is like around the corner type thing, which they would have been screwed two different ways, right? That's a much funnier take, because you go, oh, you're fighting Samus. Oh, it's actually worse. You're not just fighting Samus. You're fighting Samus's parasitic clone that took over the armor, and Samus is coming for that armor. So now you're going to also be fighting Samus as well. That's a really fun video, because it goes and you just hype it up all the way to finding that information out. But that's much funnier on Chris's side, John's side of the call, than it would be Levi's side of the call, because you're going to get two different versions. Levi's version is, and this is funny because it's in character and a lot of people find this funny, Levi doesn't give a shit.
Right.
The problem with that is that the moment Levi finds out they're fighting the clone version or not, that's pretty much the end of the call. Levi doesn't care. It's funnier in my mind, and the way I see it, if you have somebody who cares about them winning the fight, even remote, even if they're tired of them taking on the opponent, somebody who cares long enough to still stick around on the call to find out the next part of the bit, which is the regular Samus is also going to be there. You also have a different dynamic, and because that dynamic is different, you can have a different version of the game that can hit a lot better or harder, and so on and so forth. There is character archetypes when you have sketches and stuff, and we definitely have the archetypes. Levi is the middleman, right? The guy who often ties things together. Chris actually mentioned it in a thing that we were discussing earlier. It works out really well. I'm the intermediary character between John's serious insanity and Nappa's goofball incompetence.
Yeah.
So you have a mixture of like Levi being what he needs to be when he needs to be it, which is
You
perfect.
are a chaos agent.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes chaos agents are responsible for order, but more often they amplify the chaos.
Exactly. And this sketch would benefit from John being serious and intense and trying to help rather
I can
than
totally do the Metroid call right now if you'd like me to.
go for it, man. I definitely think the game of, because then you get to add the lore a lot better and more naturally if you find out that it's this and you go, oh, you actually have a bigger problem. The regular Samus is coming behind you. The problem is how do you find out that it's not Samus, but rather their clone? That part's probably easy. There's another Samus without armor. Oh no, you fucked two-way Sunday. That's not the proper way to say that. Whatever. And who is above me causing chaos upstairs? Oh, that's a big spot. Oh, that's a daddy long. You can stay. I like you. One is the meaning of God damn it, and the other is the embodiment of Satan bless it. Oh, fading in and out. That's probably due to the settings. I mean, not being consistent.
Did you see the video posted yesterday? Did you see how the quality of that one was dramatically better than what we normally get?
The Berserk one?
Yeah.
I did not notice the quality.
I filmed that with this guy.
So compression sucks no matter how high the quality. The benefit is that the higher quality you have, you can change the compression from there on certain platforms like YouTube. My guess is because of your normal uploading, it probably uploaded it in its normal quality. Now, the benefit to it uploading in a higher quality, even if it's compressing it back down, is that it's only going to compress it so much versus it already being a compressed and then getting compressed again. So it's still very beneficial to have a higher quality. And by having a higher quality original, if we wanted to, we can create higher quality down the road.
Right.
Definitely could scan. That's definitely something that they could do. The problem would be getting to the point of like, why are they scanning without reason? The Predators would scan, but not necessarily a DNA scan. They're not going to scan for that. They're going to be like, hey, does it have a heat signature? And what's in that heat signature? It just looks like a blob of mass. That's not good. You should see some type of body in it. So you're not scanning for DNA. You're scanning for the other stuff.
All right.
The docket today is Chris is basically going to take over the call that I was going to do. Because my version, while not bad, it's better if John takes the call. It's just.
Do you know Darkstalkers at all?
That's a game?
Yeah, it's a Capcom game. It's in the same universe as Street Fighter, but it's like
no.
Okay.
I didn't. That's not the type of game I played.
Okay.
I played a lot of single player games. Like if you ask me single player game stuff,
Yeah.
I'm gonna know a fair bit.
Hunter. Superman destroys Homelander, no diff. No matter what the comic they did says happens.
Is the temperature in here? It's 73.
All right, I'm going to mute the computer.
Go for it. I am excited to see where he takes this because he has the same, because we're in the same
phone
thing.
connected to This is the coolest thing about the extra, the Muse. Is, come on, you can do it. I can see what it sees on my phone.
Oh, that's very cool.
Just connect
That
it via Bluetooth. You can connect it via Wi-Fi, basically, and then
Can't you do that on the little
put
screen?
your phone up here. The camera's there, and I can be looking here and looking down at myself here, and I never have to worry about looking at the actual camera that's filming me.
Can't you do that on the little screen that you can flip out too?
What was that?
The screen that's on it. Can't you like flip it and see what's on the screen?
I mean, it faces you, but it's very small and it's just below the
I
camera.
thought it could turn. Oh, I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
It just turn. It can just turn vertical to horizontal. That's it.
Oh, okay. To answer this, we have a sketch video that we're going to be recording. I don't know how many. What the fuck is going on upstairs? I don't know how many cameos we have left to do. And I had specifically requested to just do any videos, to do easy quote unquote videos when I got back for a couple weeks. Because as much as I want to do another part of the Stitch video, I have solidified that this is the next part of the storyline is gonna be the end of the story, and then we will just have fun with Stitch videos going.
Yeah,
forward.
red and orange power armor with a gun for one of the hands is Samus Aran, one of the most powerful and effective bounty hunters in the universe. Much better bounty hunter than you are. Yeah. Two of them. There shouldn't be. What color is the other one? Okay. The one with the bluish suit with the yellow spots, that's the real Samus. That's called the fusion suit. I know which reality you're in now. Her main suit, the red and orange one, that's being controlled by a parasite called X. Not the social media platform. Don't worry. They're both dangerous to you. And are they fighting each other? Good. Take this opportunity to go away. Right. You do not stand a. That's called the ice beam. That's why half of you are frozen now. Look, it's got ice beams, electricity, missiles, bombs. They can roll up into a ball. They can move super fast. The bluish suit, that one can absorb things that the other suit has infected to make it stronger. You gotta read that one. Irving, I like that reference a lot. Yeah, a blue thing that turns into a ball.
I think I have these massively underpriced.
If you're fighting a blue thing that turns into a ball, that's Sonic the Hedgehog. Yes, I'm sure when he comes out of being in ball mode, is he kind of got spiky hair, a smug smile, and a sarcastic attitude? Two of them? Are they both the same color? If the other one's red, that's going to be Knuckles. Are you sure they don't have fur?
I like where he's going.
Guns for him.
No, Levi. No, they're not. No,
wait.
they're not.
Wait. Are these
I don't have
power armor?
Pads yet.
Are you?
I was saying I might have underpriced them
I got it.
because
I
I
need your
was looking
typo.
at the price of custom mouse pads, like for the Jiggly mouse pads, and they go between 30 and 50 on average. Though after shipping, it's in the 30 range. So
If you're fighting a blue thing that turns into a ball and rolls all over the place, that's Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, that's what he does. He turns into a little blue ball. He speeds up, zips around everywhere, and runs things over. He's got spiky fur that gets really sharp when he's moving fast. And there's two of them. What color is the other one? Yeah, if the other one's red, that's Knuckles. Okay,
this
you're
this
sure they don't have fur?
probably underpriced based on the prices of other
Guns
custom
for
mouse
him.
pads that do exist. But I
Are
also
these things with power armor?
shipping.
When they turn into little balls, do they drop bombs places?
It's easier for me to go. It's $8 shipping than it is.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
shipping costs more, and
The
now
little one is Samus Aran, a bounty hunter, way better bounty hunter than you are, wearing what's called the fusion suit, which lets her absorb parasites infected by the other one. The orangish red one is her original armor suit. It's infected by a parasite called X. And not the social media
for now it's
platform.
at $25.
It's a
shipping.
parasite called X that took
That's
over the armor and is
$30
trying to
price
kill.
And
Listen,
honestly, with how
you don't
much
stand a chance against either one of them. Are they going after you or are they fighting each other? If they're fighting each other, back slowly out of the room and run away. Or
Sherlock Holmes in the 20, what is it, in the
or
20
run into danger
century?
that you can't
I think
defeat.
it's a sure,
Yeah, switch to.
or 23rd. Yeah, 22nd century. Anyone remember that? I love that one. I remember some of the weirdest shows.
All right.
What the
And then the other thing you can do that I love about this, Levi, is I can then hit this button and I can see the whole memory of the Extra Muse right on my phone and just download any video I want. So I never have to pull the SD card out of here.
And I think that alone is really fucking cool, because then we're not having to transfer from one thing to another. You just put it on the
Correct.
phone and go there. And if it's not compressing it, that means you get the uncompressed file onto your phone. What the fuck is going on? Another cool thing is that particular camera is going to be very useful for you specifically, because if you I can look into prints, but you can like turn it into like a full-on stable cam like this.
Yep.
To be held and go around. But I was just getting used to it in general with your crew that you have. It looked like what you showed me was pretty good. It was pretty clear. When you sent it to me on Instagram, the compression was so bad. I was like, this is worse than your iPhone. I was like, I think it's just the compression. Let me look at it the other way.
What I really appreciate about it too is when you if you turn it on by flipping the screen horizontal. If you flip the screen back vertical, you have 3 seconds to tell it to stay on, otherwise it just turns off automatically. And it powers down on its own after a little bit. So I got the two that I got. One of them came with a complimentary extra bit that hooks into the bottom and a tripod. The other one did not.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense as to why you didn't get because they're basically two. You're ordering two separate ones. They should have both came.
I bought them together thinking they would both be the deal, and one of them wasn't the deal.
Dad.
So you might have to add that attachment to your shop, and I'll buy that also, and then send that to you along with it.
I mean, if I add it to the shop, then I might as well just have you buy it and mail it to me directly from that. Did you open up the other one?
No, not yet.
Was the attachment separate in a separate box?
I don't remember.
Why don't you open up that one and see if it's in there before we go
It,
about
it, it might just be the tripod that it doesn't have. In which case, I can send you one of the ones from one of my Hohem gimbals I don't use anymore. They're the exact same thing. This is the cool thing. The bottom of it, it's just the standard size threads.
So it's just
So-
this.
Yep. This fits on top of my big tripod.
Yeah.
The normal thread. So you really probably don't need the tripod. It's just that bottom part that you're going to want to have. And I don't know if it's in here or not. I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
The big thing it does is just makes for a bigger handle. But if you
'Cause I
already
have a tripod.
if you already have those things, then there's no need to get another one of those.
Yeah, because I already have a tripod. I just don't have that like extra bit that turns it into that. If that's the case,
Yeah.
because this goes on to this thing. Now the problem that I had with this was as much as I love the gimbal, it only the only part of the gimbal that really worked and functioned beautifully was if you had the app, and the app just causes your phone to overheat so badly.
Yep. The extra muse does get hot if you use it for a long time. Not super hot, but warm enough.
Yeah, but that's not my phone getting hot. That's the
No, I
camera.
totally get it.
itself.
I totally agree with you.
I was like, I don't want to kill my phone. It's my primary device of everything.
Okay.
So
It does come in this nifty carrying case, which you open up and you get.
for everyone here, this is not an ad.
No,
This is
no,
just
no.
Chris talking to me.
It does
while-
have the bottom thing. Yes. Okay. So I'll show this to you in one sec. Let me get the phone out of here. Let me get the camera out of here. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take the plastic off of it. Is that cool with you?
I hate you.
What?
Nothing.
Do you want me to leave it in the plastic?
Oh, that plastic. You can take that plastic off.
Yeah.
I meant the screen protector.
No, no. I will leave the screen thing on for you.
I don't care about that plastic, but that little is so satisfying. When we
You
got
mean
our
this thing? No, I'm just kidding. So the normal USB-C's on the bottom right here,
yeah.
which if you're charging, you gotta have it there. So and it's just this little grip right here. So then, but it also comes with the little bottom piece here, and this bottom piece is what you can connect the
Lexi, I'm going to answer this in a minute because that's a wall of text. So I'm going to pull that wall of text down. If you were to pay us $20 to talk to you, ask questions for an hour, would one of you be interested? It has to do with videos, learning, and directly asking questions. So Chris, actually, I don't know where you're on this, but you were talking about because you brought it up to me months ago, and then we kind of shoved it to the side, and I don't remember talking to you about it again. You talked about creating a class
yes
for like our Patreons or something like that, or making a school. Where do you think, now that you're full time, because we talked about this before you went full time,
Yeah.
where do you think you are on that? Because this
So-
is something I've seen multiple people ask about.
very close because Alec just went full time also, and he mentioned to me, he goes, "Hey, we talked like a year and a half ago about like creating like a basic like how to get started doing comedy online type course for people," and he goes, "Let's do that," and I'm like, "All right, we'll do that." So, we're close to it. A big part of it is just creating the curriculum. But let me finish showing this to Levi. So you've got this bottom piece here that has a little USB-C on top. It connects right into the bottom of this. So you watch that. It just goes like that. If you want to take it off, you press this button here and it releases. But this has got a USB-C on the back of it.
it's a
So you
USB.
can have this upright and facing you and have a charger in the back of it. Instead of the
That's
charger having to go into the bottom. And then you just take your tripod or whatever connector you have that's the standard size threads. And I mean literally, like I had this on top of my full size tripod yesterday at practice.
Yeah. So from a text expected. I'm about to give some feedback on here. And because I do product testing quite a lot. It would have been better if they created the USB-C on the back of that device and then put that thread directly on the device. And now I'm saying this because I think it's cool what they did. I love the fact that they offered it. I want to make sure that that's clear before I continue. While I would have preferred them adding it to the device, I understand the reasoning of trying to keep that device as small as possible. And so they created a separate add-on. The only reason I don't care for the separate add-ons is if it breaks either inside or outside of it or whatever, you now no longer have that. You have to buy a different add-on to fix it. Or if it breaks inside of it, you may very well have that entire thing break. It creates a weak point. And from a guy who, you know, is in tech and design and who likes designs and stuff like that, I'm like, that's an obvious weak point. But it's not a make or break it for me. I still like it. I love that they include it as part of it.
One of the ways they did it was you've got these hooks on the side here. I'll show you. When I press the button, watch how that right there releases. And let's go. So it hooks into these little slots on the side.
That's pretty cool because it means it's not getting hooked by the thing. Are you okay?
Well, it also means that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know if this needs charged, kiddo. Sorry, my
you're fine.
youngest is down here. Yeah, you're gonna have to go charge it.
Could you?
Oh yeah, I can charge it. It'll take like 30 minutes to charge though.
Okay. Can I put photos?
You can play outside. I don't care.
It also means, Levi, there's 3 points of contact between the bottom piece and the top piece. 2 of them gripping it, versus just the USB-C going into it, and that being the only source of connection.
Yeah. So it does
break it. Like, you'd have to like really wrench on it to break this thing.
Or it being on a tripod and landing incorrectly.
Right.
Like that. So that's what I mean when I think about that. That's all I mean is that like I see those scenarios in my head because of product testing. And when I go to test the product, that's not something I would forcefully do. That's just something I would notice and go, oh, right. Like for instance, I had a bag for everyone here. I showed it during one of the live streams and I had a zipper and it was kind of a crappy ass zipper. And anytime I get it back, if I'm going to test it, I will zip it up and go to pull it open because it simulates 2 things. One, just opening it up without realizing that you zipped it is the most common thing that does happen. And 2, it's just you have a lot of stuff in there and you go to grab it and you grab it wrong and all that stuff slams against the thing. So I just go like this real quick. I don't put a bunch of strength in it. And I did that and the metal on the zipper broke. I was expecting the zipper to pop off and then having to fix it by rebending it back on there. The fact that the zipper just like the metal on it was so cheap that it just broke. I was like, oh.
The last cool thing, sorry, go ahead. About the app. And what I like about the app is you can control. You have a little when you're holding the app, when you're holding the phone this way and the app's open and you're watching the screen, you've got a little controller where you can just press and move and the camera will move around with how you move your thumb. So you can do it directly in the app interface versus having to use the joystick to do it.
That's pretty cool.
This thing is dramatically better than the gimbals that everyone was buying 6 months ago.
I don't mind.
I'm excited about it, Debbie. I'm really pumped about it, Debbie, because it's way better quality video, and it gives us a solution we haven't had before. Also, if I go to a convention, or Levi does, filming with this thing is so much easier than having your phone out on top of some big rig.
Yeah. So, and to give an example for everyone, he's got that. And it's done. It's what he records on. And there. But for me, until I get that device, because he's going to send it, I'd have to take it out of I can't even have the phone in my case. Can't have it in my case.
Yep.
There isn't one that I've seen that works with the case on. And then I have to get it to work right. And then I'd have to turn it on and get it to make sure it's stable and then sit here like this. And now I don't have my phone. If my kids call me, I'm like, okay, hold on. It really is annoying versus just pop open, start recording.
That's why I bought this thing. Actually, it's a dumb gimbal essentially. This is what I record with. Normally I just put my phone in here, and then if I need it to be at an angle, I just loosen it and I put this up like that.
And I have non-stabilized phone holders and stuff like that. I do. But when I was recording outside, I needed something stabilized, and I was able to test that. I'm not saying that that's a bad product. It does what it needs to do.
Yep.
And it just burns my phone battery. And so I stopped using it because of the damage it was doing to my phone, that I, as somebody in tech, understand and know that if I continually use this for long periods of time, my phone battery is going to get completely wrecked.
Yep. Yeah, so I'm super happy with this thing.
Chris.
What?
You
You're correct, Steven. I'm tired of playing with my gimbal.
So, Chris,
Yeah.
do you want one of these?
No. The reason being is I have my desk mat that I purchased.
Yeah, I have the desk mat down here too. That's another reason why I don't need a normal mouse pad. I have the Dungeon Master Dangerous.
And I've never liked the wrist pad things. They've always bothered me.
I don't need them for this mouse because this is an ergonomical.
Is that the sideways mouse? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need it for this. But the mouse that I have upstairs is that really super small, clicky mouse like this.
Yep.
And I've been having issues with it because I don't have a mouse pad up there. I don't want a giant mouse pad up there because it's the table, right? I need to be able to remove whatever I'm doing if we want to go and sit down and eat at the table and have fun and whatnot. Normally, to be honest, I'm turning on a show and turning it on. I also recently, we're supposed to be recording. You got one video recorded. Yep. I can nerd out at it later, but for everyone that was during the breakfast stream, you know how I was telling you guys about the AR glasses I had? Those got returned because I got tired of dealing with lag issues, and I saved money by returning those and getting finding a monitor that would work, if nothing else, at least temporarily until I get other things set up. And I was like, it sucks because I like them, but because of software issues, I had to return them because of the software it causes that I'm having to use. I had to do that. We're done talking tech. We're moving on. I will talk more during a different live stream about that stuff when you guys mention it. Let's move forward. And Lexi, yes, if you want the class, if you want to wait until the class, if you don't want to wait until the class, it is an option to basically pay for our time. But I would suggest waiting for the class.
Mm-hmm.
Chris got experience teaching improv. What you've got like 30 years of improv, and then half of that teaching it?
I've got 30 years of improv. I've never taught. I've coached. I've been coaching for about 5 years, and the first 20 years of improv experience were kind of spotty because I wasn't always somewhere where there was improv available.
No, the one bit of advice that I gave you way back in the day was, and it wasn't advice so much as just my feedback. And I've said this during live stream before, was I enjoyed the lessons, but I wanted to be taught how to be the best me versus a copy of you.
Right.
And when I gave him that feedback, he took it massively to heart. And while it took a few sessions to customize the feedback he gave me, he started to give me feedback that made me a better version of what I wanted to be versus a copy of him. So I think having you do this is going to be very beneficial.
Mm-hmm.
I have no problem being a guest on there, but that's definitely I know how to teach cooking. I don't know how I would teach this stuff outside of the tech aspect of it. I know the tech aspect of it, uploading algorithm, that kind of thing.
The editing and the sound design and how to use CapCut should be part of it. Yeah. And you are so much more you're a better option to teach that than I am. Now, if they just want to do quick and dirty minimalist editing like I do, I can teach that shit. But
yeah, I think the biggest thing on that is finding there's so many tutorials. Nope, we're done. Let's move forward. We got off track. So we wanted to record some videos. You got the Samus video done. You're happy with it, right?
Yeah, here, take a look at when I show this to you, you'll see how the ridiculous better video quality than what we're used to.
I'm watching through a stream, everyone. Don't get on my case.
If you're fighting a blue thing that turns into a ball and rolls all over, just how much more clear it is. You see that, right?
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Is it adjusting your lighting in real time too? Because like
No,
you were brighter on
I've got a new lighting setup.
Oh, okay.
I've got this guy on this side.
I wanted one of those. I opted not to get them.
And this guy on this side, and they're both kind of pushing ambient light from both sides, so it's even, versus the light on this side and the shadows from over here.
So I've got the lights on my side, like you've always seen, but they're up top rather than on my side, which would be better. And this is one of these things that in a class, learning about editing, you're going to learn about lighting. You would be surprised how important it is because you need to learn about filming. There's so many skills, but if you just want to get into it, don't worry about that stuff. Fix it later. That would be something I would.
If you're fighting a blue thing that turns into a ball and rolls all over the place, that's Sonic the Hedgehog.
Ooh, you're echoing.
Yeah, that's what he does. He turns into a little blue ball. He speeds up, zips around everywhere. It also records really, really loud. So when you get into
CapCut, like your mic, that's not your Rode mic attached to it. That's just
the standard sound. So all you got to do is go into CapCut Audio and just hit normalize loudness, and it brings it back down to a reasonable volume.
Yeah. Okay. Let's watch it from start to finish, and I'll hit me.
A blue thing that turns into a ball and rolls all over the place. That's Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, that's what he does. He turns into a little blue ball. He speeds up, zips around everywhere, and runs things over. He's got spiky fur that gets really sharp when he's moving fast, and it is two of them? What color is the other one? Yeah, if the other one's red, that's Knuckles. Okay. You're sure they don't have fur? Guns for hands. Are these things with power armor? When they turn into little balls, do they drop bombs places? Oh God. Okay. The blue one is Samus Aran, a bounty hunter, a way better bounty hunter than you are, wearing what's called the fusion suit, which lets her absorb parasites infected by the other one. The orangish red one is her original armor suit. It's infected by a parasite called X. And not the social media platform. It's a parasite called X that took over the armor and is trying to kill. Listen, you don't stand a chance against either one of them. Are they going after you or are they fighting each other? If they're fighting each other, back slowly out of the room and run away. Or run into danger that you can't defeat. That works too.
I definitely think it was better on your end. So this is definitely one of those things that I was talking about earlier. And it's not that I couldn't have gone that route. It definitely feels better from your end because you're actively trying to save them. You're not really frustrated, like you're frustrated with them, but you're frustrated in a different way than what Levi is frustrated. And I love the direction that you went. I love that you kept the X joke. That's a really you need to unmute. The X joke was a great joke. When I first watched your first version of it,
in the beginning, before I knew the Parasite was called X, I wrote down, I'm like, the Twitter X reference makes no sense. It just gets dropped. Then I read about Metroid Fusion, and I'm like, no, I'm wrong. That makes perfect sense. That joke works great, and I'm including it.
Look at the notes. He's able to quiet his mind enough on paper. I'm still learning that. Which is why we have those moments of Levi shut up and start taking notes.
So
Stop.
For me, when I'm watching stuff, like I'm not just watching for is it funny? I'm watching for context. Does this make sense? Does that make sense? If I don't understand it, chances are other people won't understand it. And if there's not a quick, easy explanation, we need to make it easier to understand. I do that with my stuff too.
As much as I thought about that joke, Levi, and originally I was like, oh, well, there's not much difference between the platform and a Parasite, right? However, while I can make fun of the platform in the same way that Chris made fun of it, by emphasizing the Parasite thing, it goes into the political realm.
Mm-hmm.
And don't get me wrong, everyone's going to agree that X is kind of that platform that is like that. It is still considered a political joke. I can nudge the joke in that direction, and then I can let the audience finish it, which is exactly what Chris did.
Should I title it The Predators versus Sonic the Hedgehog, or The Predators versus...
do exactly what you've done in the past, where you change it over time.
Yeah.
Because you have Sonic, then you have Knuckles, and you didn't really change things yet. But I definitely like the idea of just changing it over time and then finding out and then fade out if you want to fade out.
But isn't that the camera quality freaking ridiculous?
Fucking amazing. It's much better. And that helps because that's the equivalent of us turning the camera around without having to like do a bunch of shit in order to make it look that good.
I think it's better than that. But yeah, it's great. These were a great choice. Just wish they charged faster.
So Irving, it could be better. You're not wrong on that. But as far as the camera angle, what's wrong with the camera angle? And it doesn't need to be perfect. It's a cameo improv request. That is the style of this video. So you're going to hit the pauses and stuff like that feel different. But they also, and this is the key thing. One of the things and reasons why I love, the camera is a little bit low.
Yeah, the camera angle is a little bit lower than I normally film at.
Which is very easy to just zoom in, edit, that kind of stuff.
Right.
That's an editing thing that can be fixed. As far as the pauses and getting better smoothness, we built the channel on improv. On the it's not perfect. It feels more real. One of the things and reasons why we kept the yesterday we kept that take that I did
for thing that turns into a ball and rolls all over the place. That's Sonic the Hedgehog.
Mute that for a second so I don't the Miss Frizzle in Hogwarts was because of those pauses and the non perfectness of it feels real. Could we script this out, tighten it up, make the jokes better, land it perfectly? Sure. It doesn't need to be, though. And that it doesn't need to be has been proven to do well for our channel. I'm not saying that it would do well for everyone's channel, and that's something that you, when you know, there's classes and stuff, or you look on other people's things, it's pretty much universally agreed on that you have to simply try things, find out what works for you. Yeah, it adds personality and depth, but you have to try things, what works for you, and you take what works and you expand on it. There's a lot of people who are going to tell you, hey, you know, once you find your niche, you have to stick to it permanently. I'm not ever going to tell anybody that because I never picked a niche. I know that picking a niche does better, but I've also seen creators who also did the same thing that have millions of followers. Stephen He is a good example of he knows what he got popular for, and he has to sprinkle in his other stuff. But now that he's been able to establish that he's doing other things, he's doing them. And if you do that at the beginning, your growth will be slower. You just need to find the thing and the style that fits you, and you get known for that style. Like Call Me Chris had a very specific style, but she had all different kinds of comedy on her channel with a long-running series that was in her style until she switched entirely, and then because she stepped away from making those type of videos, and then she kind of struggled for years to find where she was going to land, and eventually she just kind of stepped away from the limelight for the most part outside of streaming and making candy. And that was her choice, but when she was making content, she proved that you can have multiple styles and grow your channel as long as you focus, or multiple comedy archetypes, and as long as you focused on a style that made things work. I loved her comedy. I did not like her streaming. I tried watching her streaming. It felt like every other streamer that's out there that does that style of streaming. And it's not bad. It works. But it's very, in my mind, fake. Your niche would be bunnies and pets. There you go. Agreed, Irving. Chris is editing. Are you gonna have that video drop today? Yep. All right. Quick question: did you already send the Miss Frizzle video to the Cameo requester to make sure it was good?
Oh, is that done?
Yeah, I already I uploaded it. You said you were gonna go ahead and edit it because
it's on Dropbox, isn't it?
Yeah.
I got to grab that.
Yeah.
Samus Aran.
That's the downside about the Cameo request is I have no access to it. So even if I edit it, you would have to still go through and make any tweaks that you feel necessary. And at that point, when it's a one-off like that, it's easier just to go ahead and do the editing. It's different if it's a back and forth. I can definitely handle the bulk of that. Irving, I like it too. The Jensen Jennings, I believe is his name. He interacts with his audience a lot. I actually learned about DaVinci Resolve from him. And I don't mind that that's the route that she went. A lot of creators tend to do that, but if I wanted to watch true crime stuff, there's a million different people who do it. And I like the style of that the classic style that you would have seen on the TV.
King Arthur Pendragon Saber. I don't know what ship that is. I think no, that's a First Order style Star Destroyer, I believe. But I don't know for sure. Those were like weird cardboard model things that my wife won at our improv company's, our improv theater's holiday party.
Oh, actually, speaking of stuff, I need to actually send a message to the person I'm having make your gift. Nothing. No. No. For everyone here, he doesn't like surprises, so like he knows I'm getting him a custom gift. Did I tell you what the gift was? Because you don't like.
I don't believe so.
So I'm not going to tell you the figure, but it is a custom figure. If you look up the figures that where they look like they're straight from a manga panel.
Yeah.
It's one of those. So
how much are you spending on this?
I paid it in installments. I've been saving for this gift for like 6 months.
Okay. How much are you spending on it?
No,
the reason I ask is I've been looking at something for you too, and I want to get an idea of budget.
Yeah. I don't want to say the exact price. I will say that I've put aside anywhere between $20 to $50 for the last 6 months for this,
Okay.
and I'm still gonna have to I'm still gonna be like another couple paychecks of doing that.
Okay. Well, a purebred ferret costs more than that. I'm just kidding. I'm not buying you a ferret.
It's in the $300 plus range. I'll say
Okay.
that.
All right. Fair.
I'm not a huge fan. I don't mind. I am more of the school of thought of like your thoughts and intentions upon the gift. Like when you guys sent me all that soda and how happy I was about it, that was legitimate happiness. I was more pissed at the fact that my kid stole half of it than anything else, okay? Because like at the other house, I actually had a little area where I could stick it and it would stay cool all year long. It wouldn't get too hot or too cold.
Okay, cool.
And so I would go down there and grab one, and I'd realize that my kids had been taking it. I'm like, you fuckers. And so when you guys sent me more of that, it got put into a different location because of it. But no, it's seriously just along the lines of the thoughts mean way more to me. Let's see. And the only thing is, I'm not going to have it sent directly to you. I wanted to send it directly to you. What I didn't want to have happen was you open it up and get disappointed because something happened, it broke, or the quality, and then I have to go through like we have to go through a bunch of refund process and
Right. No,
when I'm dealing with
totally
the
get
Etsy
that.
thing.
I totally get that.
So I'm going to be paying more in shipping, but I'm okay with that. Absolutely, they can. Uncle Iroh has all three. When we say all three, if you look up the Uncle Iroh videos, he has a hero account, he has a villain account, and he has a neutral account. And Levi isn't hero support, he's member solutions, and that's the middle ground. We have this whole lore that we want to do.
Sorry to ruin your day, Debbie, but I don't dance. I don't mean to be a jerk. I don't dance with my wife or for my wife. I'm not dancing for you.
Speaking of, I had to pull some money from that.
Levi, will you dance the Macarena for Debbie?
That's wrong, but whatever.
I also don't know the dance.
It's been a bit. I had to learn it in school, and that's the only place I ever did it. That's not a dance that you did outside of school. 1 second here. I was doing a thing. Because I had to take money from it. All right, that's fine. Let's add from that bank account. I will add two other. That should equal out. So then I'm just waiting on that other one, and then when I get paid there, that should cover it, and I shouldn't need more. Okay. All right. But yeah, I am super excited. I know that you will like it. At least I hope so. Why reference you personally then? What are you talking about, Irving? Real men don't dance, they drink and have bad bags. I don't drink anything but like soda, and I'm even cutting back on that. You know, you can make an animated Napa dance. We could. Debbie referenced you. Irving. Oh, good job. I'm glad things are going swinging back around for you, Irving.
2 of them?
So far, so good. Hope everyone is having a good day. I hope everyone has remembered to eat, hydrate. I ate much earlier than I should have, so I'm not eating again until about dinner time. Yeah, because I was supposed to do the 12 hours thing, and then like pain hit. Here's the reality of my situation. When the weather fluctuates, my joints hurt, and when I don't take my arthritis medication, they hurt even more. And if I miss my arthritis medication when I'm supposed to take it, realistically, I should wait until the next morning or night or whenever I'm taking it. I usually take mine in the morning. Problem with that, when the weather changes and I forget to take my medication, it feels like sand isn't the way. I think of the big spiky. God, I can see it in my head. Think caltrops, bunch of spikes in every one of my joints. It hurts. It hurts a lot. Like everything hurts, but especially when I'm laying down, it's like my leg and my lower back. Cactus is a good way to nettles and cactus, sea urchins. Yeah, that's another one. It doesn't feel great, and it prevents me from sleeping without taking some type of pain medication. Unfortunately for me, my pain medication, fortunately and unfortunately, is the kind that like makes me really out of it. And that would be the case no matter what type of pain medication I got. I woke up at 4. My medication that I had taken had worn off, and I was struggling. Finally, I caved, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm going to wind up having to eat early. I'm going to I'm not going to be able to do the live stream." So I knew I wasn't going to be able to do the live stream. I just didn't put notice on it because I was hoping I would wake up around 9 o'clock and be able to just do a late one. Instead, I woke up at like 11:30. And I was like, let's just contact Chris and see if he wants to go live, and we'll just go live together and hang out and get some videos done. The foot traps, yeah. The jacks. Jacks is also another one. Goals with the Mets right now. I've been up. You just don't want to eat yet. You couldn't stop giggling. I will say, like, it depends on the strain and all that kind of stuff that you get. I have stuff that is for. I have stuff that is for just straight pain. I need the pain to end. That's very strong, very powerful. I don't take that very often. I have stuff that I take when I'm trying to sleep. I have stuff where it is a mixture, but it will wear off very quickly, which is the stuff I take when I'm laying down in bed and that kind of thing. And then I have stuff that takes that will help me focus for a little while. I say for a little while because every time I take any of it, I do have an area where I'm good. I can work. You guys won't know it. And then I can't focus. I get sometimes it's like giggly. Sometimes it's just I can't focus or whatever. So the result of any pain medication, to be honest. And then like as it's wearing off, I'll go back to having focus. It's really nice to be able to take that and work. But usually that's when I have a lot of editing to do, because then I can sit here for long periods of time I can take that and I can focus on editing for about 2-3 hours. And then when I can't focus anymore, that's my break point. And I'll go take a nap, or I'll do whatever I need to do, get up, stretch, all that kind of stuff, more than what I was already stretching. And when it starts wearing off again, I'll go back and finish up the editing. It's really nice. And yeah, it's in Utah. I had a doctor when I was really, really young, and I lost out on a malpractice suit because the doctor should have never said this. When I was looking into getting help for my scoliosis, like proper surgery and stuff, I had reached a point to where it was too late to get surgery and stuff. And it would have been nice to be told by the doctor just outright this, but what happened instead was the doctor was like excited. And it's like, okay, look, we have a bunch of options, blah, 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 blah. You got surgery, you got this. There's some new things that we can try. My kiddo tried one of those quote unquote new things. And then the discussion of like, where am I living? What type of insurance I have got brought up. And the doctor quickly found out that he wouldn't get paid for this because I was at Job Corps, and with the insurance I have, even though it's full coverage, it was government insurance, which means he would have been working at cost. It switched to, oh, well, surgery isn't going to be, is kind of a hit and miss. You got only about a 50% chance. My recommendation is to not do it. You can live with the pain. Word for word on that last bit. The you can live with the pain has stuck with me for years. Because for years, that is what I've had to do. I've had to live with the pain. And it's not great. It sucks. Legos are very bad. Sometimes they're a pain in the, especially when following. Back pain sucks. I have compressed vertebrae from a car. No, that hurts too. No, it's. Chris deals with migraines and pressure headaches and stuff like that, right, Chris?
Correct. And vertigo.
And vertigo.
The orange and red one is
My
for-
vertigo's gotten much better since getting the patch. At least the last few days, I haven't had to deal with it.
It's infected by a parasite called
Without the patch, it's full. I could, but I have to have these. I have to have these mouse pads sell before I do any other mouse pads.
the social media.
These have to be sold and shipped out before I order any more and before I make any other designs.
Media platform.
Oh, oh yeah, you weren't here for this. By the way, we have these. So if you ever wanted to rest your wrist on Alucard's butt.
Trying to kill. Listen.
Cluster headaches. Oh. Chris, have you ever tried watching the movie Vertigo?
No. I have not.
I don't stand a chance against either one of them. Are they going in?
I would have no problem making one of those eventually, but it wouldn't have Chris's face on it. It would be the animation, and it's such a large animation that's pulling a risk I don't feel comfortable with at the moment. The Helsing Alucard thing, I looked up merchandise for it before I threw out the idea and everything, because I had the idea, but before I did, I looked up merchandise and like it just almost doesn't exist. I was like, does this exist before I put it out there? It doesn't. Great. Let's make it a thing. That's another thing. I don't know if we can properly capture Nappa's butt size on a mouse pad.
Or run into danger that you can't.
You want to put that in your portable office? I can't wait to see the response. It's on Cosmic Kitties right now. If you guys need the website again, you guys can just go to villainsport.com, and I think there's a link. I'll double check. I should probably check that.
If you're fighting a blue thing that turns into a ball and rolls all over the place, that's Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, that's what he does. He turns into a little blue ball. He speeds up, zips around everywhere, and runs things over. He's got spiky fur that gets really sharp when he's moving fast. And
Yeah, just Cosmic Kitties right up top, and it takes you right to it,
it,
which then
what color is the other one?
show you guys.
There's two of them? What color is the other one?
So if you go to villainsport.com, it should take you right to villainmerch.store. Click on Cosmic Kitties. You can also just go to villainmerch.store.
Sure, they don't have fur.
And then a la booty card.
Guns for hands. Are these things with power armor?
Yeah.
When they turn into little balls, do they drop bombs places?
Sorry.
Little balls, do they drop? Do they drop?
Boom. Boom.
Balls, do they drop bombs places? Oh god. Okay. The blue one is Samus Aran.
That actually does exist.
Way better bounty hunter than you are. Bounty hunter, way better.
There is, for everyone here that wonders why we don't make
way better bounty
more
hunter than you are.
merchandise
What's called the fusion suit.
like this type of stuff, it is
Parasites infected by the other one. The
without the proper licensing, playing a game that's based on your state and your location. I live in an area where I can kind of do this to a limit.
Not the social media platform. It's a parasite called X that took over the armor and is trying to kill Sid. Listen,
Steven, you'll have to
neither one
some order. You'll have
and
to
it's trying to kill Sid. Listen, you don't stand a chance against either one of them. Are they going after you or are they fighting each other? If they're trying to kill Sid, listen, you don't stand a chance.
Can you send me your address on Discord, Steven?
You don't stand a chance against either one of them. Are they going after you or are they fighting? Listen, you don't stand a chance against either one of them. Are they going after you or are they fighting each other? If they're fighting each other, back slowly against either one of them. Are they going after you or are they fighting each other?
Just give me
if they're fighting each other, back slowly out of the room.
Give me a minute, Steven. Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
So Lexi is asking, like, if they buy one of our shirts and wear it and show it in your videos, does that work for everyone involved?
They're more than welcome to wear our merch whenever and wherever they want.
Yeah. The only thing I would say is that, like, be careful. And I've seen people do this where they buy merch from a creator and then they pretend to be within that same universe. Just be careful about that and interacting with fans, because there are some people who will immediately jump down you. And so just be, having the description or just be like, hey, this is just a fan thing I did, I don't like it when our fans fight unless it's a good humor one. Okay. So I have no idea how to do. Okay. I'm just going to copy that like that.
Popo, send some better recordings.
All right, give me a second.
Hook you up. Or I didn't mean to eat that
I'm gonna try something real quick with those two recordings. You guys are about to get a quick
You gonna layer them?
yeah. I can just layer them in my current project. I think it's those two. What? I don't think it's that one at all.
Gosh, I didn't mean to eat that guy.
Goofy Venom, Venom Goofy. Goofy Venom, Venom Goofy. Here we go. And so we're gonna, so I want this to match at least somewhat. It's gonna have part of it be a little off because of his other voicing.
Gosh, I didn't mean to eat that guy.
Yeah, no. So I would have to.
Gosh, I didn't mean to eat that guy.
That kind of reminds me of Randy Savage.
Gosh, I didn't mean to eat that guy.
Snap into a Slim Jim. Yup.
I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to eat that guy.
So instead, what I'll do here
I didn't mean to eat that guy.
is I'll layer that so we get different versions of each one. Oops. Come back here. Do that. Copy that. Put that right there. Paste that there.
That's what he does. He turns into a little blue ball. He speeds up, zips around everywhere, and runs things over. He's got spiky fur that gets really sharp in it.
Okay. Let's do this. It's off too far. I don't like that. Hold on.
That sounds so weird.
It does. It's a little off, but that's nothing that we can't work on to get the voice where we need it to be.
All right, it's sent to the Cameo requester and it's now getting posted.
Okay.
I didn't mean to eat that guy.
Okay.
Gosh, I didn't.
And we're gonna slightly off center these.
I didn't mean to.
And then we're gonna take this and we're gonna volume it up a notch. I actually need to off center it just a little bit more.
I didn't mean to eat that guy.
There we go. We're gonna go to voice changer. I need not low. I don't need a reverb or an echo. I actually need triple.
I didn't mean to eat that guy.
Amplitude,
Eat that guy.
frequency.
I didn't mean to eat that guy.
There we go. So it should sound, without me doing any additional edits, you guys can hear it, right?
Guns for him.
Yeah?
Gosh, I didn't mean to eat that guy.
The Hulk needs a little bit of work. But what do you think?
I like it.
So yeah, Popo landed that role for sure. So I'm gonna save that for now. Stop sharing. Watch your order. Watch your order. I need to look at. Did you guys put some orders in while I was busy editing? Yes, you did. Okay. Thank you, guys. At least 3 more. As far as international shipping, Stephen, total cost with shipping, I can PayPal at you. Says you can't ship to the UK. No, feel free to add more of the Wolf Dragons. Wait, did you was gonna send it and tell me what the shipping cost? I've got extra Wolf Dragons. That's not a problem. And the box of spiders are probably not going to be a ship. I have to, Stephen. I'll have to do that manually. I will take one of the. I'll lower the inventory down to two, and hold temporarily until we can figure out the international shipping. Popo lands every roll. Popo doesn't land every roll, but he lands quite a few of them. That much is true. So I'm going to step away from the shipping stuff. We wanted to work on some other videos. Chris is currently editing or finished editing and getting ready to post the Samus sketch. I can't hear you. You're muted. Chris, you're muted. Is Chris muted on purpose and he's not talking to us? All right. But I set one aside for you, so you'll get one. He's on call right now? Okay. Are you unmuted now?
Yes.
Okay. So you got the Samus sketch sent and updated, and I'm guessing you're working on the other one?
I'm getting this posted right now.
Oh, getting posted. All right. And then we have 2 other videos. What day does I think it's June 5th, right? He-Man.
What are we talking about?
The He-Man release, June 5th. So we need to record. You said you get those swords today?
Should have them today.
All right. You're trying to get 2 of them? Steven,
Yeah. Let me check and see if they're here. I know something got delivered, so.
All right. Steven, let me look into shipping costs before we go too far and set too many of those aside, because I only have a limited number. I have my spouse wanted one, and then I have one so I can show it off on stream, and then I'll be ordering more, and it unfortunately takes like a month to get them though. But I'll set aside one at minimum for you. But I have to talk to my spouse and go through the shipping site that we normally do. Because looking at international shipping, trying to figure it out is fucking annoying. Find some tips, preparing your packages, shipping them properly to avoid any issues. And then there's the tariffs. I got to be careful of those too. It's not prohibitive. Special clearance value. Yeah, I'll have to wait for my spouse, and we'll try to figure it out. Well, it's a matter of like when my spouse gets up, I'll let them know. Feel free to send me a reminder in a few hours or something like that. And in fact, I'll set a reminder up, Stephen. Demo. Need to figure out custom shipping for Stephen in UK. So I'll set that for do 8. My spouse officially probably won't get up until about 9:30 if I let them sleep. There we go. So Lexi, there's other swords out there in other places for the stuff, but yeah, I like the Bamboo Labs printers. I was hoping that we would get a printer from FlashForge, but I haven't heard from them since I gave them my address and information, and that bugs me. But I have a bunch of stuff locked down. I'm pretty confident it wasn't a scam, but I just haven't heard anything from them about the shipping. They said that they would ship it out, but I didn't get any tracking number or anything, and I didn't get an affiliate code, and they haven't responded to me since they said that they would ship it out, and that's kind of an issue. My biggest thing is I've ran into an issue where a company had reached out to us before, and they sent me stuff, including this giant thing that I was supposed to make videos for, but I couldn't get the links. Couldn't get a hold of somebody to give me the links necessary, and it took half a year for this to show up. And by that time, I couldn't get a hold of anybody. So I just got a bunch of shit for free without having to do anything because I couldn't get a hold of anybody. I'm like, hey, I need links in order to do these videos and do this thing.
Hi.
What's up? Sorry. Did you get the swords? Yes. Okay. We gotta see what the swords look like because that's probably the sketch that we're gonna film. Because that honestly needs to be filmed and edited and done before June 5th, if possible. If not, on June 5th.
Oh, we can get it done before then, but with no issue.
Yeah. I see no reason why we can't get that one done and the Spider-Man video. You sent a question for us both earlier. Here we go. Dude, they would have trouble in every single one.
Who would?
What 80s arcade games do you think? Can you imagine the Predators versus Donkey Kong? Oh my god, the barrels.
Why are you trying to dodge barrels? Where are you?
That's such a ridiculous thing. What is the I need this. I actually need to send lines to Jocelyn. Okay.
These are both blue. Well, they're both blue.
What the fuck? You ordered one of each one, right?
What I ordered was a set.
No, like what he ordered and what he got is two different things.
According to the picture, oh, dang. Okay, that's why the picture they had on there is crap. And one of them looks a lot darker than the other, but they're both blue.
I mean, I can just hand you, even though people are gonna know it's not the same sword because it's got a broken thing.
Let me see yours.
So my blue one is right here.
Yeah.
I can still hand you the blue one, or I can hand you this, and the joke we can just joke, make an in universe and make a joke of it, or just completely ignore it and let people point it out. Because this one,
you could hand it, and I take it, and you go, "Why did you purify it?" And I go, "I didn't."
Yeah.
Or I didn't mean to.
Another thing is that,
and then did you do a good deed today? No comment.
Unfortunately, that's one of those things that could distract from the schedule. Let's talk about it. That's also an option, is just taking spray paint or just not having the handle in view and just having the sword part in view.
I can just take it and I can go.
Because like the sword part looks the same, right? If we do this, as long as this part can't be seen, it won't matter. And that way we can still...
One last possibility. Let me pull the script up real quick here.
Might as well dust it off since I hold it here. This is foam, and because it's foam and it's in that roller thing, it's permanently deformed that little tiny part into like the area. No, it's fine. I don't mind. I got paid $25 for it at a convention, and I've had it for years. It has made me money by being in the background. Acrylic paint. I don't think Chris wants to take the time to paint that for one sketch right now. And we can record with what he has, and he can return and get the ones that he wants if that's what he wants to do.
So I just changed your line. I changed the line, my line from hand me the Dark Master Sword to John takes a moment and goes, bring the Dark Master Sword out with you. I'll grab it when I get outside. I got to turn the voicemail system on. And then you stand up and you grab both swords and you go, to the testing grounds, and just leave the frame.
We can,
I gotta return these.
Yeah. It does suck that we don't get to do that one moment of tossing it and being able to use that in a different, because like you having the Dark Master Sword just makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see a reason why you would have the other one at all.
I wanted it. Look, the picture, when you glance at it, hold on. I didn't zoom in on it, but what I saw was this, and it looked super dark compared to the other one. I should have looked more closely.
Dude, it's really okay. We have modified stuff before for the same reason, so. So I sent Jossam the lines that we're gonna need. I don't know how he's gonna do the Grayskull line. Let me take a look. The only one that you need to physically react to is that by the power of Grayskull, I have the power. That's the only one that you have to actively give pause and wait for. The other one is you're taking off the headset and we hear it in the background.
Right.
And you're like getting up to walk away, and we hear that in the background. So that is literally just you getting up, walking away, and us having empty space and hearing that. So that's not an issue. That's something that we can play with. I would say look at the way that He-Man says it and base your timing off of the way He-Man says it. Worst case scenario.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. For the Stitch steals a sword, there's a line where you have to actually like listen to Stitch say the "I have the power" line. By the power of Grayskull, I have the power. You have Skeletor's line. Yes, I'm going to use his hide to cover my throne. I can't quite do his voice right now. I don't think the little blue forearm. Well, how do you get the power sword? He has the power sword. When you say he has the power sword, that's when you also hear by the power of Grayskull, I have the power, and that's you react and you going, oh shit, in the sketch.
Right. I guess I thought you were saying I needed to say the I have the power line.
No, you don't need to say it. You just have to like time it. And I know that like this is how we do things differently. I like having the voice. He's able to count in his head and react. That's not something I've tried. I always fuck it up.
I'm following. I got something stuck in my teeth. I'll be right back.
Yeah. And that's thank you so much for the cameo. There's a version that exists of me taking the call. I might still post that version on my channel. But it was still one of those things where it felt better, and I like Chris's version way more. No, Lexi, in the sketch, here, let me just share the screen so you guys can follow along here, because it sounds confusing if you don't see it. So in the sketch, we have John talking to Skeletor at first. We find out that Stitch has the power sword. Levi brings up the fact that, hey, the Stitch tracker's working. We find out that he has the power. Me and Nappa find out that he has the power sword. And the sketch very quickly devolves to forgetting about Skeletor is on the line.
Did you call it the sketch?
Huh?
You just called it the sketch.
Sorry, sketch. Very quickly devolves into forgetting and just going outside and playing with swords and seeing what sword is going to hold up. We have a lightsaber. We have the power sword, 20 power swords in storage that Nappa's going to go grab one of those. And then Chris, aka John, is going to wind up grabbing the dark sword. And we go off and as everyone is leaving to go and play with swords in the parking lot, we hear in the background as the I'll probably have it zoom in on the background of Stitch going, remember, bones make great fertilizer. Of course, that's in Stitch's voice rather than Skeletor's. Until we meet again. Yes, I'm so sorry, baby. And the best thing of it is that this is one of those that Chris and I can both kind of do a Skeletor voice. So he doesn't need me to record the lines, and I don't necessarily need him to record the lines to start off with. It kind of goes like, which one do we want to do first?
All right. I'm going to mute you on this end and record my lines.
If I should get to the point, he starts encouraging the Predators to do the worst possible thing.
Hey, Skeletor, I got your voicemail. Man, that victory over He-Man has been a long time coming. How'd you do it? Is it blue?
Because they're being chased by ghosts, and they're terrified because the ghosts are chasing them.
I
but they're also being chased.
Don't think the little blue four-armed creature
So
is
a Yautja versus
No,
Pac-Man
that's-
sketch.
probably Stitch. He
Right.
has the power sword?
And then we cut to Levi at some point.
Cut to Levi.
And then I'll record my
Let me
lines.
spare you the suspense. He's in Eternia with the power sword in hand.
I almost want to make a shirt with booty card on it.
I'm recording right now.
What, can he hear me?
Oh, he has the power, Nappa. Why does he even want a sword, let alone the power sword?
Meh.
You two are trying to tell me that he just went there because of the rule of cool?
Yeah, I realize that.
Why are you
kinda want him to
jealous? It's not like you're the
emphasize
only
the
one. We have like 20 of them in storage.
And I can't see him right now. So I'm gonna put my hand up.
What are you doing now? Against the power sword with a lightsaber? Bring the Dark Master sword out with you. I'll grab it from you when I get outside. I gotta turn the voicemail system on.
I feel like he needs to change it up to being more accepting of that. So there's 2 line things that I would get.
The testing ground? There is absolutely no way that R&D is going to allow all 3 of us out there at the same time ever again. I mean, their budget still hasn't recovered.
I don't know what he looks like yet because of the camera angle and stuff currently. So that's him taking the headset off completely, putting it on the ground, or putting it on his desk.
I've got a great idea.
What's up?
Instead of me taking them off and us hearing them through here, I will take them off and put them down and then grab this camera and zoom in on the headset sitting on the desk, and we can hear it. We can hear the last few lines that way.
I was gonna have you take them off, put them on the desk, and just zoom in on the background. I like that idea
Yeah.
better. I also need you to redo 2 lines.
Which two?
When you go to take a moment and bring the Dark Master Sword with you, you sound a bit more annoyed rather than
Okay.
like, I'll look to that. And then the other one was you did really good up to the rule of cool. You're telling me he went out there just because of the emphasize more on the
Yeah.
rule.
Okay. All right. I'll do that.
All right.
You two are trying to tell me that he's only there because of the rule of cool?
I like that.
You two are trying to tell me that he's only there because of the rule of cool.
Ooh. That, yeah.
Against the power sword with a lightsaber. Bring the Dark Master Sword out. Bring the Dark Master Sword out with you. I'll grab it from you when I get outside. I gotta turn the voicemail system on.
Yes, that's better. Yeah, that. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right, that's much better. That's more of the. I love that little added like you're checking around.
John shifts out of work mode and is like, okay, fuck it.
I love that. I love that a lot.
So now the headset goes on the desk. Oh, I got to record myself taking the headset off. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Hold on. I got to redo that last line.
Hey, Flawless and Rusty. By the way, if you guys have Twitch and you have Prime, you can support us without it costing you a dime. All right, Debbie, you have a good one.
You know what? Bring the Dark Master Sword out with you. I'll grab it from you when I get outside. I gotta turn the voicemail system on. Bring the Dark Master Sword out with you. I'll grab it from you when I get outside. I gotta turn the voicemail system on.
Your line that you had before is fine. The last line that you would have to actually start working on turning things off is the there's absolutely no way R&D, because like you go from finding out and I say to the testing grounds and you get distracted for a moment. So you can leave your headset on for that line, and so that we have a take that works, right?
Oh, you're right. You're right. Okay. So I gotta do that line with it off too.
Well, right when you go to their budget still hasn't recovered, that's when you can start taking. That's where you can go ahead and show it, because I have a line of to the parking grounds, and that could be where you're like taking it off. So you can have put your hand on their budget still hasn't recovered. Go to reach your hand up to
this is what I'll do. I'll say there is no way R&D ever again. I'll go. Their budget still hasn't recovered, and I'll do that.
Yes,
okay.
that.
Okay, great. Now I gotta mute you again to do that. Okay. So,
Glad this
there is absolutely no way that R&D is going to allow all three of us out there at the same time ever again. I mean, their budget still hasn't recovered. All right. So now I can move the books I have this sitting on.
That's perfect, because now we have it established that the headset's off. Can you not hear me?
On the desk.
Yeah, there we go.
And we go dun, dun, dun.
And so now he can just film that and zoom in on it. And it's just up to me to like finagle the timing and make things work outside of that.
Get this out of the shot.
And honestly, even if the zooming that he does doesn't work, just the picture of it and then me just doing a manual editing zoom on it would work too. Because the quality that he's going to give from that is going to be high enough
Fast for zoom
that it'll work. We'll make something work regardless. I only need a few seconds of Zoom or a few seconds of solid Ivit on his desk. We talked about doing that, and we want to have the Moopsie come back again and have some more fun with it. But it's definitely one of those things where, like, as we're getting back into the longer form sketches, and this is on me. I requested to take
All
a
right,
break.
so you're gonna have to slow the zoom down. Just reduce the speed of the zoom.
Honestly, you could have taken a picture or just 2 to 3 seconds of your regular film, because that's
Anyway.
a high enough quality that I can manually zoom in without it hopefully losing too much degradation of quality when I do the editing zoom. So it'll work. Whatever you send me will work.
Cool. Okay. So let me hop in here, and download that. So it was it's almost 10 minutes. It's almost 10 minutes of video, Levi, just so you're aware.
That's all right. Just put it in the Dropbox and I will grab it. Now, do you have a preference of who you want to do as the voice? Because you can do the voice of Skeletor.
I gotta do Nappa's lines too. But
Yeah. So that's gonna wreck your voice if you do Nappa's and Skeletor. So I'll do Skeletor's lines.
Until we meet again. I can't do. I don't think I can do Skeletor. I need to hear it.
Until we meet again, I turn him into a cute, fluffy little flea-bitten four-armed fool. But again, that sounds like my Starscream a little bit, which is not a big deal. We're not having both of them in there. I would have to.
I can't remember when I've had a more pleasant day. Was that any good?
Yeah, no, like I was saying, we both kind of land in that area well enough. Hold on,
Yeah.
I just want to hear it. Remit. It's really hard not to laugh at that. Until we meet again. It's just a slight bit deeper, not as pronounced. So until we meet again, I turned him into a cute, fluffy little flea-bitten four-armed fool. Yes, I'm gonna use his hide to cover my. Yeah, either one of us would work, to be honest.
Your voice was you need to go a tiny bit higher than you're at.
Higher? You need to put
Tiny
me
bit.
higher.
That's too high.
Down just a smidge.
I turned him into a cute, fluffy little flea-bitten four-armed fool.
Let's go with you if you're able to land it. It's easy.
Right. Yes, I'm going to use his hide to cover my throne. Well, how did he get the power sword?
This is one of those voices I can hit it. It's just a matter of like, because I can go so much higher.
Oh, I get it. Between the voice you did and what I heard on YouTube, we're talking like you were that much deeper than his voice, but enough that it was noticeably different.
Yeah. Do you want to do the voice lines real quick and then do your Nappa?
1 sec.
All right.
I'm gonna turn my lighting up. Yeah, I'll do the Skeletor voice lines real quick. Okay, so that's downloaded, so I can just turn this off now. Off.
Not the voice.
Let the poor camera cool off.
And Dark Wolf, as far as the next membership, the giveaway for being a member,
it'll be on June 15th.
I know that we have forgotten to do the monthly giveaways. We're working on getting them ironed out. Yeah, bye-bye.
Okay, let me
I should
check
probably
here.
go ahead. So you guys know that I will slowly work on it because I have a bunch of notes in a bunch of different places. There's the document. It exists now. Stitch Breaks the Multiverse is going to be the official title of the ending of the Stitch Across the Multiverse. And as far as like once that's filmed and everything, and released, then I will release a full-on thing. Like I said, I don't want it to be longer than 15 minutes. My goal is an 8-minute video. But I have, because this is going to be the ending, I'm giving myself leeway.
It was easy. I turned him into a cute. It was easy. I turned him into a cute, fluffy little flea-bitten four-armed fool. Yes, I'm going to use his hide to cover my throne. Well, then, how did he get the power sword?
I'm going to have to order more
Forward
kitty magnets.
to all right, Levi. I'm sending the voice recording to Chris File Transfer.
Okay.
And I'm putting the actual video onto Dropbox.
I'm going to rename that. Why do I not?
Until we meet again. It was easy. I turned him into a cute. It was easy. I turned him into a cute, fluffy little flea-bitten four-armed fool. Yes, I'm going to use his hide to cover my throne. Well, then, how did he get the power sword?
And then the last line of. Did you not do his last line of John?
No.
Help?
No, I didn't. Shit, I forgot that was at the end. I gotta wait for this to finish uploading, and then I can do it.
Okay.
Actually, why don't you do the last line? Because no one's gonna remember exactly what it sounded like anyway.
That's all right. Yeah. All right.
And both of us are close enough. I'm probably a little bit too high. You're a tiny bit too low. Between the two of us, there's a correct Skeletor somewhere in there.
Stitch has triple DNA implanted. Oh my goodness, that's bad. All right.
Would those be Tritches or Stibbles?
I don't. There's gonna be so much fun to have with the Stitch stuff once we tidy up that storyline. Once I tidy up that storyline and it's finished, and we can just kind of go ham on like Stitch Chaos, whatever we want, and I don't have to worry about a storyline. That's gonna be fun. That would definitely be something I would love to do. Stribbles.
Dribbles.
Oh, why? What happened to my screen? What the heck? Oh, Discord broke. That's lovely. Am I gonna?
Is Dropbox failing on me?
I love how both of us are having tech issues at the exact same time. And task. Okay, and then try to restart Discord. If it ever pulls up. Now I've been live for 2.5 hours. I told the kiddos I'd be live between 2 and 4. I have lines to record. I can record those lines outside of being live, and that's probably what's going to happen. Just because I am also a little bit tired. Do we want to record the Spider-Man video a different day because you've already recorded it and you still have the okay. So once you get done recording Nappa's lines and you send those to me, I'll record my lines probably a little bit later. And I will edit, Go on.
I will edit the video you did for the cameo, which is Frizzle. I will edit Frizzle later tonight or tomorrow get that scheduled, get that sent out via Cameo, and then we'll have a video for tomorrow. This video can drop Wednesday.
which is the 3rd, which is a perfect like leeway. I would say, do we want to have Thursday be like let the videos that we pushed out just ride?
Nope. I'm gonna have something for Thursday regardless.
Okay.
There's actually the last Cameo with Morgan and Chun-Li needs to be out, and I will get that done. I'll get that Thursday, and I'll post that on Thursday. And then it needs to be done by tomorrow, but I'll post it on Thursday. And then Friday can be the Spider-Man video.
Yeah, okay. You know what sucks is that like now you have such good camera quality. I fear I'm gonna do my best to make sure that it doesn't look crappy, but I fear that my side of the camera is gonna look kind of crappy compared to yours.
It's fine. We've dealt with it before.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna have to just connect my phone manually to my computer because this ain't cutting it. There's my bag.
So we're gonna be live until after he records his Napa lines, and then I'm probably gonna.
We can hop off now. I got to transfer this file first, so it's gonna be a few minutes before I get to Napa. And Skeletor was a little bit rough on my voice, so I want to give myself a little bit of time to recover before getting super excited as Napa.
All right, so that'll give me some time to like to rest, take care of kiddos and stuff like that, and get this done. So I'm gonna also make a note for myself. And I sent Jocelyn the lines. I'll try to reach out to him again. Hopefully he'll just see my message though.
Okay.
Content for
but everyone have a great day. Thank you for joining us, and a great night if you're not in daytime right now. We'll see y'all again soon.
1 second. I'm gonna delete this. We don't need this. Okay. I want to thank you guys for joining in, for grabbing the mouse pad. For those that did order one, there's still some on the shop. You guys are awesome. You guys are just awesome in general. Period. So remember to take it one breath, one step, one day at a time. I wish you all peace of mind, serenity, abiding spirit, and harmony among others. Until the winds blow your sails our way again, you all have an Acme day.
Have an Acme day is a product of the villain having an Acme day. We'll be ready to build your account. Have an Acme day.
And have an Acme day simply means the best day you possibly can have. Bye now.
And if you felt like your account was directed directly at you, no matter who you are, you're right.